Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. I want to thank those who are listening live and also those who are listening to the replay. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. Today, I want to talk about how I was transitioning to junior high school and also the new additions into my life, right? So, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is now I'm talking about my teenage years and how I actually had to move outside of my comfort zone because I was used to going to Catholic school. It was right around the corner from my house. I knew my friends, like my best friend and I met at this Catholic school since I was 4 years old. And even my neighborhood friends. This is where, this was my circle. This is what I knew, right? And what's interesting is that one of my friends from the area, her dad told my mom about this gifted program that was at junior high school 149 Elijah D. Clark in the Bronx. And my mom went ahead, filled out the paperwork, I guess, and was able to get me to apply, or I filled it out. I don't even know how I got in, but I got in. So I was excited, right? So now I was about to start a new part of my life, go to a new school. Now, no longer am I just walking to school with my friends every day. I'm now taking the bus, more independence. I could walk. It took probably about 25 minutes to walk to the school, 20 to maybe 30 minutes or so to get there. I'm done with the uniforms because in junior high school, public school, you could wear anything you want, which was nice, right? Being able to have that level of freedom. But it was scary having to meet new people. And what what I remember is that, I just had that one friend who her dad told us about the school. So she was the only person I knew, but I, it allowed me to grow and actually meet new people. It was a challenging academic curriculum as well. So, which was good for me because I knew eventually, like in the back of my head, I had to be able to eventually go to college. That was one of my goals. So going to this program would have been great for me. So I'm glad I stuck, listened to my mom and went there, right? And what's great is that I still maintain my close friendships with my neighborhood friends. We still hung out together. I still remember my sister calling me and my BFF. She used to call us shadows because we were always like this, right? Never separated, always together, right? And it was still the case. It's just after school, then we would hang out. We would go to her house, play Atari. She had always the latest games and stuff. I remember playing Pac-Man, Centipede, Donkey Kong on the Atari, right? You guys remember the Atari? Okay. I want you to put in the chat if you remember or if you still have keep in contact with some of your childhood friends. Put put in the chat old friends if you still keep in contact with some of your friends from the neighborhood, okay? So, and the new friends that I made, I want to give a shout out to Sanaya and to Carlton. We're still friends. We communicate mostly through Facebook and Messenger and things like that. But they were my new friends that I met in junior high school, along with some others. But those are the ones that we were like the Three Musketeers. Okay. Um, so what I want to talk about now is how, I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, I said, there was a new addition in my life. So I wanted to let you guys know what that was, right? So one day, come home, and my mom tells us, hey, guess what? I'm having a baby. And honestly, I thought she was joking because I was like, okay, I'm about to be 15 and you're telling me that you're having a baby? What? So, yes, my mom was having a baby, and that was our new addition to the family was my little sister Alex. And at the same time, or rather in the same year, my dad tells me, hey, guess what? I'm about to be a father again as well. And that was introducing my other little sister, Bria, right? So I had two new baby sisters in my life that I probably looked like I was their mom, but I wasn't. But I had a great time growing up with my little sisters. And that happened when I was about 14, 15 years old. So I remember this one time when my mom wanted to get baby pictures taken of my little sister. And so I went with her. I remember going to Sears. You guys know Sears always had the portrait studios and stuff, right? And I think my sister I think something happened to our dress. We had to get another dress. So we're in the bathroom and I'm changing her. And somebody said to me, "Hey, you have a cute little baby." And I remember getting all offended saying, "No, no, no, this is my sister. I'm not her mom. My mom is right out here." It was crazy. My mom was like, "Don't worry, chill out. Don't worry. Don't get all bent out of shape." Right. So now I want to just transition and talk about our pop stars. Remember in the 80s, there was a lot of different pop stars. It could have been Menudo, Prince, LL Cool J, rap stars, whatever. But my favorite star, music star, was Michael Jackson. Nobody could tell me nothing about Michael Jackson. I had all his posters on my wall, from Off the Wall album, from Thriller. I remember where I was seeing his Thriller video. I was at my cousin's house, England Bernie, when it made its premiere on MTV, and it was like a mini movie for everyone. So I was a huge Michael Jackson fan, still am, I have to admit. So much so that now even my kids know who Michael Jackson is. Okay. So, but my favorite memory about that is actually being able to go to the Victory Tour in 1984 with the Jackson 5. Somehow my older sister had some kind of connection, and she was able to get us tickets to see the Jacksons in concert at the Victory Tour in Philadelphia. So it wasn't even in our local area. And that was like a big deal for me. So I want you guys to let me know, who was some of your favorite pop stars when you were a teenager. Put their names in the chat. Maybe some of us had the same famous stars that we loved as well. But for me, as you can see, it was Michael Jackson, and it's still going to be Michael Jackson. But maybe it was a hip hop group. Maybe it was Prince. Let me know and put that in the chat. And also, that was my first concert that I can remember, was the Victory Tour. Do you remember what your first concert was? Who did you guys see in concert for the first time? Put that in the chat as well. I want to hear what it is. Remember, I'm going to interact and also respond to any comments that you put in the chat, in the comments as well. So that's really all I have for today. I'm trying to keep these short and intimate, but I also want to be able to hear back from you guys as well. So tomorrow we'll talk about some more of the junior high school memories before transitioning on to high school. All right. So thank you guys for joining me today, whether it's live or the replay. Put replay in the chat if this is a replay for you as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing your comments and connecting with you some more tomorrow. Have a happy Wednesday. Talk to you later.